Over the years, a whole cottage industry has grown up around screenwriting and the dream of becoming a screenwriter. And sometimes it feels like more money is made selling that dream than most mid to lower tier professional screenwriters will ever make from actually writing movies. That should bother people, because one reason selling false hope is so lucrative is that aspiring writers have to accept a certain amount of self-delusion just to keep going. They have to believe they might be one of the chosen few who somehow beat the overwhelming odds. And once someone is in that hopeful, dreamy mind state, extracting money from them becomes relatively easy. Now, selling hope is not illegal. Selling the dream is not illegal, but it can still be morally questionable, especially when the people selling the dream know very well how unlikely that dream is for most of the people paying them. That brings me to the Nicholl Fellowships in Screenwriting and the Sundance Feature Development Programs. To be clear, both of these are legitimate paths into the industry for aspiring writers. They are not scams. They are not meaningless. They have helped talented writers. In fact, Nicholl and Sundance are often treated as the gold standard. Among industry insiders, executives, agents, managers, and other professionals, these are often described as the screenwriting contests or fellowships that really matter. Why? Because they are believed to select the best writers. And that is where the problem begins. Because what does best actually mean? There is nothing wrong with Nicholl, Sundance, or any other prestigious program having a particular taste. Every organization has taste. Every reader has taste. Every selection committee has taste. The problem is when taste gets marketed as objective merit. If a program favors a certain kind of screenplay, that is fine. But be honest about it. Do not take entry fees from writers across all genres while creating the impression that every kind of excellent screenplay has the same real shot. Do not sell the idea that you are objectively identifying the best writers when what you are really doing is rewarding a particular kind of writing that matches your institution's taste. Over the years, one thing has been very consistent. Eventually, when people question the results, someone always says, well, it's all subjective. And yes, of course, it is subjective. But notice when they say that. They say it after the money has already been collected. They do not usually lead with that at the beginning of the application process. They do not say, please understand, you are not entering an objective evaluation of the best screenplay. You are paying for a subjective reading process filtered through the taste of people who may or may not respond to your type of story. If they said that clearly up front, writers would understand that what they are buying is closer to a lottery ticket than an objective measure of whether their screenplay is one of the best. And that matters. Because when aspiring writers are told that certain contests identify the best writers, they start believing rejection from those contests means something definitive about their talent. But maybe it does not. Maybe it just means their work did not fit the taste profile of that particular program, that particular year. That is a very different thing. Here is the biggest clue that these programs are not simply selecting the objective best. Look at the evidence. Look at the log lines and descriptions of the winning scripts over the years. In earlier years, you could sometimes see a wider range of scripts being rewarded. Some winners even wrote projects with clear commercial appeal. You know, stories that felt connected to the actual job many aspiring screenwriters hope to do one day. Because the TV and movie business is still a business, that does not mean every script needs to be a blockbuster. It does not mean every story needs explosions, superheroes, car chases, or franchise potential. But part of screenwriting is writing something that people will actually want to watch. That is not a dirty idea. That is the job. Today, though, it often feels like the most prestigious programs favor stories that many average audience members would not be especially interested in watching. Again, they have every right to favor those stories. But if that is the case, say that. Say you are looking for a particular kind of literary, intimate, identity-driven, prestige-oriented drama. Say commercial genre writers are probably at a disadvantage. Say action writers, horror comedy writers, broad comedy writers, adventure writers, and writers with more audience-facing concepts may not be what the program is built to recognize. But do not take money from all of those writers while allowing them to believe the process is simply about finding the best screenplays, because that is where the ethical problem comes in. If a contest collects entry fees from all genres, then writers from all genres should have a meaningful shot. And if they do not, the contest should be honest about that. At the very least, there should be categories: best action screenplay, best comedy, best drama, best horror, best commercial concept, best prestige victimhood drama about some identity issues most people outside the festival circuit don't want to pay their hard-earned money to go see. I am joking, but only halfway, because the current system often acts as if one narrow taste lane represents the highest, best form of screenwriting. And that is simply not true. A beautifully written small drama can be excellent. A high-concept action movie can be excellent. A horror comedy can be excellent. A broad commercial screenplay can be excellent. A script designed to entertain a mass audience can be excellent. So why do so many prestigious programs behave as if only certain kinds of stories represent serious writing? That is not objectivity. That is taste. And again, taste is fine, but taste should not be sold as truth. These programs do have their place. They have chosen talented writers. They have helped careers. They are part of the industry ecosystem. But we need to stop pretending they are automatically selecting the best scripts or the best writers. They are selecting the scripts that fit their agenda. That is not the same thing. And this issue connects to a larger problem in Hollywood. A lot of people and institutions make their living by positioning themselves as judges of what is good, better, and best. But when you look at some of the choices that get made in the industry, it becomes very clear that those gatekeepers are not always especially good at recognizing basic storytelling competence. I recently saw a big studio superhero movie where the script, in my opinion, failed to accomplish some basic storytelling fundamentals, and yet for that writer to get that job, multiple powerful people had to believe they were the right person for the assignment. Agents had to believe it, executives had to believe it, and producers had to believe it, decision makers had to believe it. So if the industry itself can repeatedly elevate work that does not even execute basic story structure, well, why are aspiring writers supposed to believe that contest results are some sacred measurement of who the best writers are? Think about how many aspiring writers could have written a stronger version of that movie. Think about how many of them will get rejected from prestigious contests and fellowships this year. And then think about what that rejection actually means. Maybe it means their script was not good enough. That is possible. But maybe it means their script did not fit the preferred taste or current agenda of that particular gatekeeping system. And those are not the same things. So my message to aspiring screenwriters is simple. Do not confuse so-called prestige with truth. Do not confuse rejection with proof. Do not confuse subjective taste with objective judgment. And definitely do not let a contest that happily took your money convince you that your voice has no value simply because your work did not match what they were looking for. If these programs want to reward a particular type of screenplay, fine. But then they should be honest about it, because taking money from everyone while only truly valuing certain kinds of writers may be legal. But that does not make it right. This episode is brought to you by Darius Loves, and it's a short story available on Amazon and Spotify. Check it out and leave a review.
Why this house been on the market so long?
It might have certain spiritual energies.
Spiritual what? Man, I'm out of here.
Darius, give it a chance.
I left something in the car.
I want this house. I need this house.